Happy birthday to
The man to
Nathan
watch,
Walker,
in a rich
celebrating
vein
his
of
birthday
form
today.
and topping the scoring charts. Will he add more today on EA TV? Hi everyone, it is an absolutely splendid day for football and we're looking forward to the game. I'm Derek Ray here on the commentary box and I'm joined for commentary by Lee Dixon. This is the lineup for the home team. And you tend to know what you're going to get tactically from this team. High pressing.
Well, high pressing, high energy. I played this system at Arsenal many a year under George Graham. It doesn't half work when it works well. Sometimes you can just get exposed to the back, but they've got it down to a T, to be fair.
Let's have a look at the initial 11 for the visitors. If you like wingers, you'll love this league.
Yeah, absolutely. I love to watch a winger play, especially with pace and power. The central striker will stay more or less in front of the goal. The support will be provided by the three central midfield players. The back four is pretty conventional, but the fullbacks will be asked to support from behind.
Taran. Oh, good save. Well, he's given a corner, the referee.
Well, that was the chance to take the lead, and the manager's frustration is there for all to see.
That's all they can conjure for now. And that's a straightforward stop. Well, what can they do to stop him running at them? Really good challenge. Well, he was in the right place to... Can he put them ahead? Oh, he couldn't outwit the keeper. And that will be a corner. A goal has been scored in one of the other games. Alan McInally has the news.
It's a goal for Morecambe. 9 minutes played, 1-0.
Regular updates from Alan McInally along the way. Foiling them effectively. Well, danger here as he runs at them. Well, it was a very good-looking move, but alas, no end product. And the counter looks on here, options available. And a useful cross. And a goal! That is a very bright start. Perfect way to open.
Well, here's the replay. Super fast counter-attack football at its best. And I bet he can't believe the time and space he's got to simply nod the ball into the net. No jump needed. Too easy.
So the match has restarted. 1-0 here. Taran. We're getting the ball forward. Real chance. It's got to be. And a goal! That's his brace. They just can't keep him quiet.
Well, here's the replay. He's done really well to get his head up and pick out a teammate. And then a 2v1. Both of them teasing the goalkeeper. That really is a lovely worked goal.
It's going their way. 2-0. And it's a quality pass. It's been whipped towards the near post. And a harmless cross gobbled up.
The visitors are struggling with possession, really. But on the break, they've been devastating. The pace really hurts defences.
He's in here. And now he must score. And the keeper nowhere to be found. Not that he's complaining.
Well, here's the replay. You've got to ask questions about the back line and the goalkeeper. They're simply not there.
Well, this is threatening to get out of hand. Just look at the scoreline. Now can they counter clinically? Will they profit from this situation? Real danger. You know, I don't think the goalkeeper will be the slightest bit bothered by that effort.
Well, he won't want to watch that on the replay, I tell you. He was way wide there.
And we will have a couple of additional minutes at the end here. Teammates in the middle. And we saw the situation developing. So that is that. The first 45 minutes have come and gone, and it's the visitors on top, Lee.
Well, they've scored the goals in the first.
The second half commences. It was such a one-sided first half. Might it be different this time round? Well, there has been a lot of speculation as regards this transfer and whether it would go ahead. It's finally been confirmed, Lee.
Well, in the autumn of his career, now it's a nice little move for him. He'll do well at the club. He's a top pro.
Cross fired over. Oh, that is a majestic goal! Volleyed home with precision and style. Superbly done.
Well, here's the replay. It's a really dangerous ball into the penalty area, and the timing to get this spot on, yes, it needs a bit of luck, but boy, does it need skill as well. It's a brilliant goal.
And as they restart the game, it's fair to say the gulf in quality between the two sides has been huge.
Well, it's played 1-0.
Alan McInally with his finger on the pulse. And space to cross it. Disappointing cross and gobbled up by the keeper. Freeman.
The visitors have had total control of possession. If you don't control the ball in midfield, it's very...
Oh, he's through here! It has to be, surely. A goal! We're really being spoiled. This is attacking football at its finest.
Well, let's see that strike again. First time is always very difficult to strike a ball. The timing has to be right, the technique has to be right, but above all, you have to concentrate on the ball as it's coming to you. You know you're not going to take a touch. Concentration is everything.
Oh, my goodness, it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match. Well, we did have to cut off Alan. There's the substitution. A chance to whip it in. And it might be. And there it is, a goal. But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings? They haven't been at their best.
Well, here's the replay, and that passing and movement is pure quality, and he chooses to use power in the finish. Not much chance for the keeper when it's hit that hard.
A glut of goals, 5-1 it is. Inside the final 5 minutes now. Deception there. And that is that. The referee blows his whistle for full time, and it's a victory for the visitors, Lee.
Well, it must be a dream as a striker to play in this team. They create for fun and have a lovely attacking style about them. Clinical finishing today as well.
Thank you.
One man, the focus of attention. Following a hat-trick, does he have another big performance in him this time? Stay with us on EA TV. Hello, good evening to you, wherever you are. The first piece of news to bring you is the fact that the heavens have opened. A rainy night here. I'm Derek Ray, here on the commentary position, joined by Lee Dixon. This is the lineup for the home team. If you like wingers, you'll love this, Lee.
Yeah, absolutely. I love to watch a winger play, especially with pace and power. The central striker will stay more or less in front of the goal. The support will be provided by the three central midfield players. The back four is pretty conventional, but the fullbacks will be asked to support from behind.
This is how the visitors will set up today. Pretty well balanced, this formation, Lee.
Yeah, it can be a 4-2-3-1 in the offensive mode, but it can also go back to a 4-5-1 when you're defending. The lone striker will be supported by the three just behind him, especially the number 10 who will be given a free role.
And now they get the ball rolling. Well, you can probably see why we're focusing on this fellow as one to watch. Lee, in particular, what do you expect to see from his game?
Well, he'll do well to beat his previous hat-trick, but the form he's in, I wouldn't put it past him.
Opportunity it is. The cut back, and a goal! That will do it. They've been pushing for it, and now they've been rewarded.
Well, here we can take another look at it. You've got to ask questions about the keeper's positioning. That's half of his job. You can put the best keeper in the world wrong side of the goal and he won't save anything.
So the match has restarted. 1-0 here.
This is a message for Andy Topham.
Taran. Opportunity and a goal! They've added to the lead. Much needed security.
Well, we've got a better angle of it here. He was aiming pretty high. Goalkeeper, no chance when you go that high in the net.
So 2-0 now. Well, we can now go to Alan McInally for news of a goal elsewhere. Alan, that's very effective, good high pressing. Well, that pass could be troublesome. He's just got to continue his run. And a goal, it was served up on a silver platter for him.
Well, I'm sure you want to see this again. Where is everybody? The defenders, nowhere to be seen. It's an open goal.
And so it is, the first half story has been written. The two teams have switched around and are ready now for the second half. The attack continues, they're making considerable progress. Taran, can he take advantage? In it goes! Such a complete performance, 4 in front now.
Well, here we can take another look at it. You've got to ask questions about the keeper's positioning. That's half of his job. You can put the best keeper in the world the wrong side of the goal and he won't save anything.
And this is turning into something of a rout, 4-0. Played into the centre of the box. Oh, burying them beneath an avalanche of goals. No let up here.
Well, here's the replay, Derek. It's a good, strong ball into the box, and he gets up for the header, and quite frankly, it's a lovely finish. Brilliant goal.
It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now. Well, the ball lost here. And providing width. And it might be. And in! Oh, yes! Exactly what they were hoping to produce. They've delivered the goal.
Well, here's a second look, Derek, and it's not easy watching from a defender's point of view. They simply didn't deal with the danger, and they paid the price.
Well, it's an out-and-out pasting. 6-0. Freeman. Oh, that's a pass of high quality. He's managed to get in behind. A goal! How about that? He's put it away to make it a hat-trick.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a lovely quick counter-attack that sets up the chance. And then through on goal, do you go for placement or do you go for power? Well, he certainly wasn't messing around, was he? Absolutely smashes it past the keeper. It's a really lovely finish.
Well, sadly, we have to conclude that this hasn't really been a contest, but all credit to any side committed to scoring goals like this. We've been waiting to find out. Now we know a minimum of 3 added minutes here. Nugent. It's a perfect challenge. 1 minute remaining. And there it is, the final whistle, and the fans will be leaving the stadium with smiles on their faces, Lee.
Well, it was a very assured performance, wasn't it? Particularly impressive up front. Their forwards really hit form today. The result was never much in doubt, if I'm honest.
No further questions, thanks.